Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your host, the experience as some call Jason, and with me today is...
Token Millennial, Tarky.
The Blurred Dawn of the Ville, the Todd Waddle.
CDO-113, the droid you're looking for.
And today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. The newest trailer for it. One where you finally get to see a fair amount of the villains. This is the one that seems to have some excitement around.
Which is weird to me, because it's just vaguely into the Spider-Verse, but live action.
Yeah, but people really like Spider-Verse.
And they should learn to appreciate something for what it is, and not try to keep making it.
Well, with that philosophy, Marvel wouldn't be doing the Gwenverse thing they're about to do.
Well, that's at least a quasi-continuation, and not just, let's take the same story beats a second time.
No, it's pretty much the same thing. It was even dumber because here it's Gwen as Spider-Person. It's Gwen as Wolverine. It's Gwen as, I think, Thor. I forget who all else is in it.
I think they're doing the same thing with Miles, because I've seen Miles as Captain America or some shit.
Yeah, Marvel's gone from the House of Ideals to the House of Lame Gimmicks.
Yeah, it's another piss poor idea from the once House of Ideas.
All right, what about the trailer itself? What'd y'all think of that?
It looked neat.
I appreciated that Doc Ock went, I hate you. Oh, wait, hold on. Time out. You're not the person I hate. You're just some kid.
Yeah. You're not, Peter.
I like the fact that when you got the three of them standing there and he goes, so what's your name? Dr. Otto Octavius. And they all kind of, snickered. No, really. What's your name, really?
I said, yeah, but making fun of names is one is real rich coming from a kid that, named himself Spider-Man.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know how much I care for kindly, friendly, or Doc Ock.
Well, but that's kind of the thing is if he doesn't have the broken if he doesn't have his tentacles are not broken, that'd be kind of who he is.
Yeah, which I really wasn't interested in. I like Doc Ock. I like kind of evil. I like him insane.
Well, and the trick is, you based on the trailer, it looks like Doc Ock goes after him pretty hard as soon as he sees him.
Yeah. And apparently there's something in there that everybody there is somebody that died fighting Spider-Man, but that's not exactly true because you see the Sandman in there, and hell, he didn't even arrest the Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
The lizard didn't die. The lizard's in there. And can you really kill electricity?
No.
Depends if it dispersed permanently or not. Now, I like the look of Electro better in this one.
Yeah. They gave him his classic yellow, and if when you see him glowing there, you even see the energy forming the starfish mask, which is kind of neat.
Kind of what I wish he had looked like in his actual movie.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the
required effort.
I didn't mind the blue. I thought Electro hell in Spider-Man 2 looked creepy as hell. The problem with Spider-Man 2 was the story was all over the damn place. He never really had a reason to hate Spider-Man.
No.
It like I said, the writing of the villains in that movie
was kind of ham-fisted.
Yeah, it was atrocious. It was just kind of, we need a bad guy. He needs to be the bad guy. So here, there are things that happened in that movie I thought were neat. When he actually becomes Electro and he stands up and you see like the pieces of his burned up body falling off of him, it's kind of neat looking. Cause that's what that was.
Yep.
That was the skin and shit burning off.
Them kind of crowbarring Harry in there as the Goblin did not help that movie.
Nope. Like I said, it's like they didn't really know where the hell they wanted to go. They knew they wanted to murk Gwen and they wanted the Goblin to kill Gwen, but let's be honest, they ain't done a real good Green Goblin yet.
No.
And it looks
that's true.
Looks like the MCU is going to avoid some of that by just shoehorning in somebody else's shit.
Well, I saw a thing on one of the headlines that Ned is supposed to be one of the goblins or hobgoblins that you're going to see in the movie.
That's just because Ned, that's somebody that ain't, look at Ned. Look at Ned.
Yeah.
Ned ain't going to be no damn hobgoblin. You can give that up.
Not unless they put him into the Marvel, workout routine.
Yeah. I'd seen where the actor had lost weight, but yeah, you don't see it in the movie because he looked chunky as it ever was. I don't know when they shot this, but
well, they may have just force him put a suit on. Just be like, you need to look the Ned part.
You know, unless they've done something like that, and he's buff up under there. Yeah, that's somebody just going. Ned Leeds is like the Hobgoblin. Well, yeah, sort of, kind of, because that's just it. Ned Leeds, which is who that character was kind of based on. Yeah, he was a pseudo Hobgoblin. You thought it was him, but that wasn't who the original writer wanted. It was supposed to be Roderick Kingsley, so then they retconned it later.
Is that the one where you have the Spider-Man Wolverine crossover that he's tracked the one dude down?
Yeah, Ned gets killed in that one, but you don't find out what actually happened, why he got killed until that corresponding issue of Spider-Man. Because Peter was thinking, oh, he got killed because somebody realized he was Spider-Man, and these assassins showed up, and he was there defenseless. They didn't realize that, no, Jason Philip McIndale had hired the foreigner to off him. They killed who they came there to kill.
Now, getting back to the trailer. I noticed you see Goblin in this.
Yep.
And he's the one they really didn't do anything to alter the look.
Yeah, they didn't do much to alter the look of Octavius, other than apparently he's got some kind of Stark tech added to his tentacles, which, goes along with the MCU Spider-Man just cannot do a goddamn movie without something from sucking Tony Stark's dick. Lord. I'm still waiting for Spidey to be his own damn man at least once in this fucking franchise. This is the third movie. Where every fucking movie they do is goddamn.
Yep.
Now, if
Peter rides Tony's dick harder than pepper.
Well, at least the villains in this, it's not, Tony didn't create them. Octavius may get here and go, okay, I need to steal some tech. Okay, Stark Tech, the best stuff around. Or he may steal Spidey's suit and reverse engineer it since it's Stark Tech, That does not bother me. The one thing I wondered watching it is if all the villains that died fighting Spider-Man are coming back, is Mysterio going to come back?
Well, in that first little teaser trailer, the thing you see at the end of it is Mysterio holding MJ by the throat.
Yeah, that is right.
Because this is the full trailer. You had the teaser come out, last week? Yeah, and that's literally how that ends, is it's Mysterio and all this smoke holding MJ by the throat. That's your sixth man.
Okay. So no Venom.
They'll
Not as a villain.
Screw that up later.
Yeah.
Maybe Venom will come in and help out. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
Well, you the other two Spider-Man are supposed to show up. And if Venom shows up, well, there's your team of spiders to fight the Sinister Six.
I really hope they don't try to squeeze Venom into this.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me.
I'm like I said, my whole thing is I really was when I found out they were gonna be shoehorning the other two Spideys in there. I really hoped that at last we'd have one that Peter was his own person. I'm ready for a Stark free one. This was their opportunity. Tony Stark ain't got shit to do with this in no way, shape, or form. Period.
They slid Doctor Strange in instead.
Well, but yeah. Well, that's what I realize there's going to be somebody in there because that's the deal with Sony. The deal with Sony is they have to have somebody from the MCU in every Spider-Man movie. They have to. That's why Tony was in the first one. That's why Nick Fury was in the second one. It's contractually, they have to have somebody that's cemented in the MCU in these Spider-Man movies.
Or else. They don't get to be part of the MCU.
Yeah, or else, Sony goes, we'll take our damn characters back. But, it looked neat. But like I said, it ain't the first time I've looked at a Spider-Man film and said, oh man, this looks like it's going to be neat. Then I get there and ain't worth shit, so.
You're tired of getting your excitement built up and then being let down.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't really liked either one of the Holland Spider-Man movies so far.
Nah, I haven't either.
I tend to like him in the other movies he shows up in.
Like, the only MCU Spidey that I enjoyed was Civil War. Because that one was the most like Spider-Man to me. I didn't care for Homecoming. I didn't care for Far From Home. Truthfully, I liked Garfield's Spider-Man better. The Amazing Spider-Man is still my favorite out of the flicks. Followed by Spider-Man 2, because I like Doc Ock. Followed by the original one. But yeah, the MCU stuff. The MCU Spidey disappointed me so bad that I am not as excited about them getting their hands on the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, as I used to have been. The thought of that used to be really, really exciting to me. But if they do them like they did Spidey, I'm kind of good.
You don't feel like they're going to have enough respect?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't... Spidey's their flagship, and it's a character that I've liked since I was a kid. And hell, if you can't get me to like that shit, you really kind of shoot the pooch. It just... Like I said, they haven't let him be his own man. All the things that are endearing about Spider-Man are missing from this. He's not funny. Spidey quips. Only one he was hyperverbal in was Civil War.
Yeah.
They did an excellent job in Civil War.
He wasn't necessarily funny in that. It was just he was hyperverbal, which worked. I was like, okay, that helped me with the fact of them making him a kid. I was like, okay, he's a kid, he's out of his element, and he's just rambling. Maybe that'll probably evolve into his quips. The on and off again spider sense, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah,
we went from having it in Civil War to not having it in Homecoming to having it in Far From Home, but then they disrespected it because they don't call it the spider sense, they call it the Peter Tingle, which is the weirdest shit I ever heard of.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a hard luck hero. He's the everyman, which means, you worried about, as a kid, he was bullied. He was always kind of broke. This motherfucker got $1 billion worth of fucking equipment. He's got $2 billion, at least $2 billion suits. And the plot of that last one where Tony Stark gives him a fucking weapon of mass destruction?
A space station.
Yeah, who in the hell gives that to a child? That makes no sense.
Yeah, there was Cap, there was Rhodey,
Yeah.
there was, there were people that would have been responsible with that stuff.
There was Pepper Potts, who he knows is responsible.
Yeah, there's his wife, there was Cap, there was Rhodey. There's all people that, hell, you could give that to.
Hell, it was Nick Fury.
I can see him not necessarily trusting Nick, but goddamn, him and Cap are friends, and him and Rhodey are boys. Why in the hell would you give that to Rhodey?
Yeah.
If you didn't give it to nobody, why would you give it to if you're going to give it to a child, he might as well gave it to his daughter. Hey, here you go. Hey, I love you 3,000. Here's a weapon of mass destruction. That was, the plot of that was just fucking stupid.
Well, he was also living to a child that was dead for 10 years or 5 years or whatever.
5 years, yeah. That's not even going into the plot hole. When the hell do you have time to leave that to him? Because I'm pretty sure Peter was probably dead when he invented that shit. It don't make, like I said, it's a lot.
Well, no, he had them glasses on in the one where him and Peter get launched into space. Remember, he had them on out there.
Yeah, he always had glasses, but there was no indication that Edith was part of that, because if Edith was part of that, why the fuck didn't you use that against the Black Order?
Well, that's true.
Yeah, there's just plot holes to the whole movie.
Thanos' whole fucking army just showed up. Seemed like Edith would have been a good idea, considering you had a goddamn space platform blasting you to hell. If you got that shit, why ain't you using it?
Yeah.
That's just a plot hole. Yeah, like I said, I don't like $1 billion Spidey. I don't like the fact that, hell, he's gotten every girl he's gone after. Peter didn't get the girl. That was the whole point. Spider-Man was always in the way.
Yep.
He'd have a girl he likes. He'd go after the girl.
Things are going good. Then Spider-Man's called.
He'd have to go through hell to get her, to get near her. And then just about the time you think he's going to get the girls, he has to do something with Spider-Man and fucks it up. Spidey was always in the way. Spidey was always that hero that you didn't want to be because it was a burden.
Yeah.
Shit. Peter got every broad he looked at. The fuck? Oh yeah, look, I'm Spider-Man. Oh Jesus H Christ. I'm cool. Garfield Spidey, even though he got the girl, he didn't get to keep her.
Nope.
First the dad was made. That was a Spider-Man thing. You get the girl that you like, and her dad's dying wishes. Whatever you do, don't date promise me you won't date my daughter. And then he spends that second movie. That was one of the things I liked about it. He kept seeing his ghost every damn time he talked to him. And his ghost is looking at him like, motherfucker, you made a promise, you lied. All the way up until he eventually, her fucking around with him is what got her killed.
Yep.
Which is specifically what her father had been worried about.
Yep.
So there's the Spidey guilt. There's cost and sacrifice as opposed to Hollins. I mean, the worst thing he goes through is the wimpiest Flash Thompson out of 3 fucking series calling him Penis Parker. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you're also in that generation. When the original Spider-Man came out, having a physical bully was a normal thing. You know, bully would grab you, give you a wedgie, and shove you in your locker, or give you a swirly, or just beat your ass. Nowadays, it's the thing of, I'm going to call you a name, which is going to make you have to go get therapy. Otherwise, you won't be able to eat your cereal in the morning.
Get off!
Exactly.
That come from a day where bullies put their hands on you.
Yep.
That the whole point of that bullying is not hands or not hands, because bullies still put their hands on you. The point of that is it's the bully that convinces the adults that you're supposed to go to for help, that you're the problem and they aren't. And the adults listen to that bully. So it's the person you went to for help.
Yeah,
I'm
Flash.
just talking about Flash. Flash in the movie never touched him. His whole thing was he would call him Penis Parker, and I'm sitting there going, my God, Peter's as big as this dude, and he's supposed to be quick-witted. I mean, that's literally Spidey's quick-witted. Even Peter was fucking quick-witted.
Yeah.
And he's calling him Penis Parker. Hell, the whole damn thing is, why are you so obsessed with my dick? You just won that. Take it from somebody that was a dozen's master. I wish you would spend all your time talking about my junk. I'm going to clown you. I'm going to be your bully by the time it's over. Hey, look, it's Penis Parker. Dude, you awful worried about my junk. Ooh. That's it.
Yep. If you can prove to a bully that either you're smarter than them in front of a room full of people, which makes them look like the idiot, they'll learn to leave you alone. Or if they're the physical kind of bully like I dealt with as a kid, who picked on everybody, and I finally one day I had enough of it, and my dad was like, hey, you come home because, you defended yourself, I'm cool with that. You come home because you let him beat you up, I ain't cool with that. So the next time that guy picked on me, I beat the crap out of him because he wasn't expecting anybody to fight back, and I got the second punch in, and then I never stopped. Teachers had to pull us apart, and after that, he never messed with me again. And Peter ain't had that. It's like, oh, he hurt your feelings. Get out of it.
It was a poorly written bully.
Like I said, hell, Peter almost used Edith to take out the dude he thought was macking on.
Yeah.
On MJ.
Has anybody seen Flash in one of these trailers?
What'd you say?
Has anybody seen Flash in one of these trailers?
Nah.
Well, Peter should be out of high school. That was his senior trip in the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Getting back to the actual trailer, though. I'm curious about, and Todd mentioned this earlier, about Sandman being in it, if it's supposed to be summoning people that died fighting him.
Yeah,
Is it going to be the version of Sandman we've seen, or is it going to be somebody else?
I don't know. Only thing you know for certain is you see Sandman in it, and if you look in the foreground, the lizard is leaping there too. So it's kind of looking like you getting Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Sandman from Raimi, and it's looking like you're getting Electro and Lizard from the Webverse, and then I'm guessing by that last trailer that Mysterio is Hollins. It's looking like you're getting a interdimensional Sinister Six, and Strange in some kind of way is going to end up bringing in the other 2 Spider-Men to help him because, Tom Spidey's light in the ass.
Yep.
Well, 601 is rough odds regardless, but...
Yeah, but the trick is, if you got 2 other Spider-Mans, what the hell you need? I put it like this. I'm not saying they won't do it, but if you put Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro, Lizard, Mysterio, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and Venom in one movie, that movie gonna suck ass.
Yep.
Because that's 9 characters, not counting Tom, Spidey, MJ, or Ned.
And Doctor Strange.
And Doctor Strange.
Well, one advantage they've got...
already in it.
Yeah.
Well, you may just have Matt Murdock. But one advantage you do have with this is all these villains have been introduced. So you're not going to have to wait. It's not like you've got 3 villains that you've got to spend time explaining their origin, all 3 of them's origin.
Nope. But Eternals shows you that, because the Eternals all had the same origin, but you got 10 characters in there. Somebody's going to get shorted, left out.
Mhm.
Something's going to be short. That's too many motherfuckers in one damn thing.
Well, honestly, you just short the other 2 Spider-Men.
Which is really what people are coming there to see.
Yeah, but you basically just have the first half of the movie, your main character getting kicked in. And then the second half is pulling in the reinforcements and winning. That's just the basic formula that you could follow. And by how the trailer looked, that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think you make a good point.
But like I said, if you know what the selling point of that is, and they may do that. If they do it, you're going to have a bunch of people pissed off. Because that's their... If you look at the buzz for it, the buzz is, ooh, it's Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's they all going to be in this thing. And that's your selling point.
1 hour of a 2-hour movie, they will be.
Well, yeah, if they're in half the movie, I think people will be content with it.
Yeah, if they go in half, but I bet you they ain't going to be in no half.
Oh, no, probably not. I'm figuring the fans have overhyped that aspect of it.
Well, that's
They're probably going to be a cameo and maybe in one good fight scene. That's probably about it.
That's probably not the fans doing that. That's Disney doing that because they need a hit.
Yeah.
They need something with some buzz, and this is the first something they've had with any damn buzz to it.
That's fair.
Black Widow did not perform like they expected, and the Eternals did not perform.
The investor call,
Shang-Chi didn't.
The investor call that they just had last week, Disney Plus Day. Yeah, that movie division lost $65 million on that shit. That's where all that. Oh, they're hits. No, that's their marketing department going. Oh yeah, they're hits. And they ain't hits. You don't lose $65 million on 3 hits.
Nope.
That is true.
You lose $1.
They are honestly, if it was anybody other than Disney and their machine, you had 3 flops.
Yeah.
You had 3 flops. Shang-Chi took 2 months just to break even. That's not a hit.
No.
That's Superman Returns.
As my grandfather was so fond of saying, when you go fishing and you get a fish on the hook and you pulling it up to the bank and you reaching down to catch the fish in your hand to take the hook out and the fish gets away, you didn't catch a fish.
No.
That's a loss. Unless you get it in your hand, take the hook out and put it in the bucket to take home with you, you didn't catch a fish. Disney did not catch a fish with Black Widow. They did not catch a fish with Shang-Chi, and they did not catch one with Eternals.
But Spider-Man is going to be the hit. It's when you hear me say that, it's going to be the hit. Hell, the nostalgia alone,
you're going to get a lot of folks in.
It's going to be a damn hit.
The reviewers may crucify it. People that see it may talk about not being any good, but you're going to have so many people go see it that first week or two.
Well, and the thing is, it's, unless I don't think the mojo is completely gone and it's a Spider-Man flick, it's kind of immune to that kind of shit, because let's be honest, like we just said, Homecoming and Far From Home aren't good. They're not. Both of them were both of those were one and dones.
Yeah.
For the crew. We went, oh, okay, I saw it. You want to see it? Nah, I'm good. Yeah. Well, I barely watch that shit when it's on TV. I can't say it ain't been on, but I ain't really been paying no attention to it.
Yeah, I've watched both of those once. And
if I'm somewhere near the Donald Glover scene in the first Spider-Man, where you got the interrogation mode on, I watched that scene because it was the only fucking time he was funny. And even then, it wasn't him. He was a damn straight man of the joke. It was Glover that was funny, but at least that fucking scene was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it ended with a good Spider-Man quip.
That's true. You're a criminal.
You deserve this. Yeah.
The criminals don't get ice cream. It's funny.
But yeah, that is my favorite. Hell, that's my favorite scene out of both damn movies. Was basically, I know what a girl sounds like. I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. I mean a man.
I would say my favorite scene out of any of the Spider-Man movies that he's been in was where he's in gets trapped in the warehouse, and you see this montage of him using all the neat new gadgets, and then you find out all that took, what, 15 minutes or 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And he's sitting there talking to her about, yeah, school, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really?
So anyway, to wrap up, my final thoughts on it are the trailer looks pretty good, but Marvel's track record with the Holland Spidey is iffy enough that I can't say I'm too excited about it. Though this is one I will probably go see. What about you, Todd?
Yeah. It's one that I'm kind of like, if the crew gets together, just because we haven't all gotten together and seen a movie since 2019, that'd probably be the only way I see it. Just to be honest, I'm pissed off enough, truthfully, at them with their T'Challa decision that I'm really good on not seeing another one of them damn things.
Okay, Danny?
They're gonna have to blow me out of the water.
For me, if the group gets together, yeah, I'll go see it if I'm free. Otherwise, it'll either be on, Disney Plus or Vudu or someplace like that, and I'll just rent it.
Taylor?
Yeah, that's right. It won't hit Disney.
I don't like the fact that Doctor Strange seems so inconsistent in it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but outside of that, it looks somewhat exciting. Like I'll want to look at it once and give it a judgment call.
He's Mephisto. Hold it down. Mephisto.
I mean, it's not even. It's just like, oh, we're friends. Yeah, help save the world. I'll do a big world-changing spell for you behind the back of my supposed best friend. Let's do it. And then as soon as it picks up, he goes, "Well, this is your fault. You fix it."
Well, it seems like he's involved with the fixing.
Yeah, the trailer itself, it seems like, at least what it was saying was, all these people died fighting Spider-Man, so you basically got to kill him. And it's Peter going, I don't want to kill him. And it's Strange kind of going, but they need killing. Because it's already happened in some kind of mystical mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah.
You'll probably find out that's the Strange Supreme, or Baron Mordo, or Scarlet Witch, or Loki in Strange's body, or Kang.
That or the writing is going to be extra bad, one of the other.
Yeah, which is always a possibility these days.
So anyway, if anybody else out there has seen the trailer and got opinions on it, or noticed some Easter egg that we completely failed to mention, feel free to reach out to us. You can leave a comment below. You can send us an email at thenerdeternal@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, like, subscribe, tell your buddy. You can visit our website, thenerdeternal.com, where we've got a merch shop. Just anything you can do to help would be appreciated. Until next time, I'm your host, the experience that some call Jason, and with me today is Ben.
The token second game of TFT within a podcast, Tarky.
The Todd Father.
CDO 113.
And we will see y'all next time.
I came in third, so I'm doing pretty well.